What up, Keyforge? I am Zoc, and we are here for NKFL 23 Week 7. It's the last week. We are trying to escape Gold Alpha. We're playing versus fevA1, and it's going to be super exciting. What's up, Dinobot? What's up, Mogogi? Nice to see you. So, we are fighting to get into Diamond. Let's check what the stats are. Okay, so this is the official stats, but they're all messed up because we see here Lorenzo has 22 wins and losses. They screwed up here because if you look in round 5, match 1 is 3v3. So the result ended 2-2. So that got messed up. So I went through and I corrected it. So Christoph beat Lorenzo 3-2 in that match. So now these are the corrected standings. And actually, before we go there, so the only game that we have results yet that I've seen yet on week 7 is, of course, Lorenzo 99 getting a 3-0 versus a drop. So what's that make our standings? What's up, Ember Meaties? Nice to see you. All right, so here are our standings. Vargas is 17-1, and actually I know that he already played Ashitaka a long time ago and beat him 2-1. So Vargas is now at 19-2, easily winning the division, and Ashitaka will be at 7-14. Lorenzo is at 13-8 with a key difference of 6. That means I need to win 2-1 with at least an equal key difference. So if I win 3-2, 3-2, and then lose 1-3, that'll be an even key difference. I will end up exactly the same keys. Key difference, wins and losses as Lorenzo 99, but I'll have the tiebreaker because I beat Lorenzo 99 2-1 back in week 3. So I need to win at least 2 games and have at least equal key difference to get up to Diamond. However, I'm not the only one that can get to Diamond. We also have fevA1, who I'm playing against. If he wins 3-0 and gains at least 5 key difference, he could go up to Diamond. But wait, that's not all. Christoph is playing Dinobot. If he wins 3-0 and very unlikely wins 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, goes up 9 key difference, gives up to 6, he's got the tiebreaker with Lorenzo. He would go up. Well, actually, he would have more. Ooh, actually, he still might not get in because he'd have less overall keys. Yeah, he might not get in even if that. But it's wide open. Anybody could make it. All right, and fevA1 is here. Oh yeah, he's already in. Okay, so it's a super exciting finish to Gold Alpha. And because any of us could make it up there, there's actually a whole bunch of us that could also go down. I think because of the key difference, even if I lose 3-0, well, let's see. If I lose 3-0 and lose 9 keys and Dinobot wins 3-0 and gains 9 keys, then I could also, well, let's see. Now, because if Dinobot's winning 3-0, then Christoph is not. So I think I don't think there's any chance for me to get down to silver, but if Dinobot wins 3-0, Christoph could go down or fevA1 could go down depending on key difference. So it's really close between 2nd and 6th. Super close. Anybody could go up, anybody could go down. Super exciting. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Okay. So yes, it is super early for fevA1. So thanks for working out the schedule. This last weekend I was traveling. This next weekend he's traveling. We were trying to figure out what worked. This is what worked. But the one that I'm scared of is his GR. So I'm going to ban his Grim Reminders right away. I actually saw it go off versus Dinobots. It's got triple Memets in here somewhere, double scoop up. It can get a whole bunch of stuff in its archive. And then Memrock's the red. He can like Plague Wind twice, place Memrock's a red, make it go off for like, it got a whole bunch of Ember. This is a pretty good deck. It's got really good Ember control too. It's like underrated here. Hypnotic Command can hit for a bunch, especially with all the archiving. Burn the Stockpile, which can be easily enabled with like Grabber Jammer and other stuff. So this deck is pretty fire. Zeta Misfire. But let's see what they ban. They're still thinking about it. Whew. Yeah. So I gotta be really crisp on my games tonight. Each deck I gotta really think about what I need to hold if I need to, what I need to keep in mind. So that is the goal. Just to play well. And if I play well and lose, then that's how it is. But I want to at least try and play well, not make any big mistakes. Okay. Now I have no idea what they're going to ban. We played last season, and I first banned Ass. Herrscher Ass Kloster. And then they banned, I think, Odysseus first. And then I saved Swordcook. And they saved a deck that they don't have anymore. And then they banned Grouse Wrestler. And I think I banned a deck that they don't have anymore. So anything could happen this time. Okay, they banned Swordcook this time, which makes sense because and so I think that means I saved Nicole, even though it doesn't match up versus theirs, some of theirs as good as some of the other ones, but actually no, I think I need to save Quinn. Quinn's got better matchups all around. So we'll save Quinn here. Oh, okay. They saved their Winds of Exchange deck. I'm not that familiar with this deck. It did look pretty good. So does that mean I ban Ass here? We are off script. We are off script. So let's see. Hey, what's up, Gorlami? Nice to see you. And congratulations on your recent victory at the Vault Tour. Okay, so what do they saved this one? I think I still have some good matchups into it. So, do I ban Jay Griffith? I think Jay Griffith doesn't has some good matchups potentially into Odysseus and Grouse Wrestler. But Hersher Ass Close, it is pretty bursty, although I do think I have some good matchups versus it. Oh, actually, no. I really want to get rid of Calder because Calder is a direct counter to some of my decks, especially my Grim Reminders deck. Now, they might ban my Grim Reminders deck, but I think Okay, they banned Moet. Wow. I did not expect that. Although I did think it had a little bit of some potential good matchups. I beat them with both Swordcook and Moet last season, so they're banning what beat them, which makes sense. But I do think that. But now, what do they pick? So I remember for Dinobot, they saved Ass and they went with it first. So do they go Ass first, or do they go with their save deck first? Do I have one that matches up good versus both of them? Wow. So Nicole wasn't saved or banned. That's the first time ever this season. Let's see. Wow. I think I'm going to start with Quinn. I'm going to start with my saved, which I almost never do. Okay, and they started with their saved. Okay, save versus saved right away. Interesting. Very interesting. I have no idea how these match up. So let's see. We have Quinn versus Herbites. Okay. Worlds Collide versus Winds of Exchange. Whew. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Okay, let's make a game. Let's see, what did I think was my best matchup into Herb? It was actually my Grim Reminders deck, which I was thinking about playing. All right, let's go. Good luck and have fun. They brought the fish for your dinos, but who's dinner for who? Yeah. Well, they have a super scary Mars. Their Mars has double Resonator, Mixitol Minded, double Rebel, double Mesmerist, and 2 Psychic Networks. So this Mars is nuts. In their Unfathomable, they have double Befuddle and Abyssal Sight. So that's really scary as well. Oh man. I think I have to mulligan this, even though the 4/3 is nice and the double Binding Irons is actually kind of nice. But usually I like to archive into a really big Distill play. I need to start with some logos. So we're going to mulligan that. Neutron Shark. They have Corrode and they have Airlock, Future Booster, and SV3 Lander. So both Airlock and Future Boosters are good targets for that. They don't have a ton of token generation, so I'm not too worried about that. I think we're going to start with a Tau Tau and archive EE. EE on the fringes. And the reason that we're doing that is, even though it's really weird because we're drawing and we're not using it, is because I don't want Abyssal Sight to take out EE right away. Okay, they start with Future Booster. That'll be good to get rid of. Ew, FOF Transponder. I'm actually okay with FOF Transponder coming down right away because I want them to make tokens of their good stuff. We could Hysteria it as well. I think we got to get rid of the Future Booster with Neutron Shark here, though. So we Thorium Plasmate just for the Ember. We put out a Eddy and archive the Hysteria, and then we're going to Neutron Shark first the Future Booster. We're going to kill our Eddy, actually. Oh, and we discard Quantum Finger Trap. Okay, I was hoping to get a double hit there. Discarding Quantum Finger Trap's okay. Okay, they go right back into Star Alliance. Secura Droid comes out. Crash Muldoon fights. And they steal Rogue Operation. They steal Chew with Rogue Operation. But they do discard a Mixitol Minded, so I'm okay with that. And I don't even think I had Chew Ember. I only had one. So I could... Okay, let's go on the Saurian here. I mean, it's tempting to get the snag out, but we're not going to. We're going to put out the Bruteron Auxiliary. We're going to Phalanx Strike here. And discard the Axiom. Okay, we got Hecatomb. That's good. Let's see, what... They discarded the mix. That's pretty good. Should I discarded the Axiom there? I don't know. I think it's okay. Hysteria. Okay, they befuddle to stop me from going Saurian. They play Sleep with the Fishes to destroy Priest to make another Priest. What was their token? Selective Preservation? Okay, that's cool. And they befuddle me in the Saurian. Okay, so we will go Saurian. We'll play out Thero Centurion, and I think we're actually going to fight here. So that they don't have like something hiding behind taunt. Like they could get a Nizik Resonator hiding behind taunt. Okay, here comes the Mars. Airlock comes down, Resonator comes down. And Yixlix Mesmerist, but no Rebel. Man, I almost feel like we gotta go Dis here. Yeah, I think we gotta go Dis. The question is, do I pull my archive? And Hysterine, the Resonator, is not good. We've had super awkward turns here. See, if I go Saurian, then they can befuddle me in the Saurian, and that'd be really bad. But I gotta take care of this Mars pretty quick. Alright, we'll do some dis action. Do we start stealing? And do we save the Hecatomb? The Hecatomb is really nice with the Harbinger of Doom. Yeah, this is pretty awkward here. I think we actually save the Hecatomb. So, do we start stealing is a question. I don't think so. Yeah, we're going to make a really weird turn here. We're going to play Binding Irons, we're going to play Snag, and we're going to play Bornit. So Snag will be hidden. And we're going to hold on to the Hecatomb and Hysteria, which is really weird. But it's what we're going to do. We really need to kill that Resonator before we steal everything. Okay, they go back into Mars. It's unfortunate that they have their airlock action going, but... Oh, I think the Resonator comes down. Airlock discards a tactical officer Moon. I bet the rebel's coming down here. Yep. And then they're gonna kill the Bornet. Okay. Yep. At least they didn't have one of the. Well, I guess the psychic night networks didn't matter because I didn't have any ember. Ooh, they scoop up. Did they scoop up my snag? Or did they scoop up like brooded on a Thera Centurion? Oh, they're gonna scoop up their transponder though. That's interesting. That changes the game a bit. Oh man, I definitely made a big mistake already by discarding the Axiom of Risk. I should have held it. Tough decision on the scoop up. They got the Thero Centurion. Okay. Okay, so I think we go Dis here. The snag fights a Rebel. And then we Hysteria. They're going to get a key. We could also get Cutthroat Research Value, but then they got a really good Mars churn. And they might just steal it all back with Psychic Network. And we need to get through some cards. So we're going to go get through some cards here. So we're going to fight the Rebel with Snag. We're going to Hysteria. We're going to EE. We're going to discard the other Hysteria and get the Binding Irons. We're going to put both snags out, actually. We're going to steal also with Hecatomb and take out the Bornit. But we're going to go double snag because, let's see, they do have some bounce. What other C do they have? The Selective Preservation's gone. They might have the Thunder Toe. They might have Red Alert, I forget. They definitely have Bubbles. But now, okay, they go right back into Mars. They may have drew their other Rebel. That would be bad. They can at least get one of the snags. Yeah, they had to go back into Mars actually. Airlock discards sunk cost. Okay. So yeah, I think we go right back into Dis here. We'll fight off the Resonator. We'll fight off the Zyzox. We'll reap here. We'll discard the Harbinger to steal. We'll get rid of a Hysteria, and then we'll discard the Binding Irons to steal as well. Oh, and then we drew Infernus. Okay, that's cool. So they got to go Mars again. Unfortunately, the airlock is actually giving them a lot of value. They get to steal one with Psychic Network. Luckily, it's only one. And then they fight a snag, it looks like. Oh no, they use the action. Okay. Okay, so they have a Befuddle and an Abyssal Sight coming. So do we... So they could get our Infernus. I think we actually have to go dis here again. We'll reap. Reap. We'll fight off the mesmerist. And then we'll infurnace. We'll definitely get one of the befuddles. And then the question is, do we get like the Mixitol Minded, the Resonator, or Psychic Network, or Rogue Operation? I think Mixitol Minded is what we get. Okay. Alright, they go Star Alliance. I think they still have Red Alert. That could wreck my board, but my board's done its job. Yep, there's a Red Alert. Now we can get Dilophosaurus hopefully going. Ooh, CXO recorded history. They archive Adult Swim. Oh, Adult Swim. Yeah, it's all right. Okay, let's get Saurian out. Man, we really need our memory chip. This is killing me. So they can Adult Swim away my Questor Jarda. So do I just discard it here? Or do we play it so that they feel like taking their archives? I think we play it. Okay, we got an Axiom. That's good. All right. Yep, they go Unfathomable and take their archives. So here comes Adult Swim. Oh, but they also put their CXO Tabor back on top. So I wonder if they have both Abyssal Sight and Befuddle here. Bubbles comes down. Oh yeah, Adult Swim first. Bubbles is going to hit Dilophosaurus. Dang, that sucks. They've been getting their C at just the right time. So if they Abyssal Sight, oh no, they do the Dilophosaurus. Do they have another way to take care? Under pressure on Dilophosaurus. Okay. There's the Abyssal Sight. Do they take Tau Tau, Cutthroat? I got Chew Thero. Man, I really need to get my memory chip. And if they have the Befuddle, they can just Befuddle me into Dis. That is brutal. Brutal. Tough choice on the discard here. If they don't have Befuddle, they take out the Tau Tau. That's too bad. Oh, they don't have the Befuddle. Well, I actually go Logos here then. We have Questor Jar to come in. Let's see. Let's do some math here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Yeah. Oh, wow. Big Saurian board. Big Saurian board. They go Mars. They airlock to discard CXO Tabor. So we know they have the second Befuddle in hand after this turn then, right? Unless they play like 1 or 2 cards, but almost assuredly. Mesmerist comes down. Resonator, and we know they got the second Rebel. And they have the second Psychic Network. Brutal. Okay, what are Resonator and Mesmerist gonna do? They have steal another one off the Infernus, more or less. And then they're going to befuddle me next turn. Ouch. Okay, they're back up to check at 8. We definitely have to go Saurian here. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is reap with the Dilophosaurus. And we gotta hope for some magic here. We got the Reader Gallum, which isn't necessarily exactly what we wanted, but we'll archive the hologrammophone and add the Reader Gallum to hand. Okay. We're hoping for the Triumph, actually. Let's see, if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't need the Dilophosaurus anymore. What do we do here? Let me check their C again. What C have we not seen? Thundertoe, I think? Oh, and maybe Corrode? Ah, oh, dang, they just flipped. So we're definitely going to Axiom next. So the only question is, what do we bring? I think we ward the Sanitation Engineer. Wait, did we draw more cards? Why didn't I draw more cards? Oh, I fucked up. Oh, dang. All I had to do was play the Cerro Centurion on the other side of the Titan Guardian, and I would have drawn 2 cards. Dang it. I screwed that up big time. Okay, so because of the Reader Gallum, I tax them and they can't forge. Oh man, I could have drawn into the Triumph and got it off that turn. Alright, they go Unfathomable very quickly. They do have the Befuddle, right? We just gotta really hope that they didn't redraw into Abyssal Sight and like Bubbles or something like that. I think they have the Thundertoe too and possibly the Corrode, so they could actually do some work on my board here. Yeah, this could be a pretty painful turn. We finally drew Memory Chip. The last 2 cards, that's a pretty rough draw. This is one of the roughest draws for Quinn that we've had. We've only been able to play 1 Tau Tau. We have 3 Tau Taus. We've only played 1 of them. So this has been a lot slower than normal. Okay, Kamalani comes down. Maybe they're thinking on the Befuddle play here. Oh man, how did I screw up that Titan Guardian play? That's so bad. Definitely not playing well tonight. Okay, there's a Thundertoe. They'll get the Reader Gallum, I'm sure. And who else? The Infernus? Or the Questor Jorda? And then the Befuddle will ensure that they forge, unfortunately, because I won't be able to tribute. I got the Gallum and the Infernus, then they befuddle me into Dis. Okay. And then they play the Corrode, so they can take out a Thero Centurion, and they get up to 11. That's huge. Oof. So rough. Alright, so we'll go Saurian. Hopefully get a 1 key, maybe? I think we do fight the Kamalani here. Do we hold on to the Triumph? I don't think so because I think we lost our chance there. We could have got that key. We do hold on to the tribute. Right back into Unfathomable. Adult Swim comes down, and I think that's probably game buff. Yeah, that's we do have the tribute, so we can stop them with a tribute. We do get a key. Tao Tao. There is actually a shot with Tao Tao. If we got both the Cutthroat Research and the Eddy, we could stop them. Let's get another turn here. We did get a Reader Gallum back. They go back into Mars. Yeah, I think this was actually quite winnable. I did not draw good. I made some big mistakes not holding the first Axiom. I think I could have got a free key. Well, I had a 50% chance of getting a free key if I put the other guy on the other side of the Titan Guardian. Okay, they scoop up my stuff after mesmerizing it. So yeah, I think that's game. Yeah, that's game. Okay, that was a bad game. That was a very bad game. Oof. Beat down. Beat down. All right, 3-1. Not starting good there. All right, so now what do we go with? What do they have left? They have their Coda deck, which is really cool. They have a big board Griffith, and then they have Victor. Let's take a quick look at Victor again. It does have the punctuated equilibrium. The Eaton's jar is pretty big. Initial mulligan was a mistake. Yeah, it could be. That was a really. It was even though it was a 4-3. Like I don't actually want most of those cards in my starting hand. But yeah, I get you. And well played. I mean, it definitely went off. They were doing all the Mars stuff that I didn't want them to do. Let's see. What do we want to go with here? Grouse Wrestler does not match up well with Griffith at all. I think we go either Nicole or Odysseus. Let's go Odysseus here. And they're still this. No, they go with their Coda deck. So their Coda deck can definitely go off. I do think this is a pretty good matchup for me, but their Coda deck is really fast and good. So we'll have to see. One of the things I need to do is hold my artifact control for their Lash. That's pretty critical. Whoops, he already created one. Cool. All right. Odysseus. All right, so let's check out this matchup here. We have Odysseus, the one-eared orchard distiller, versus Hersher Asclosa. Okay, so we need to try and dodge the graft. They can make the graft go off with a double charrettes. They do have an arise where they can bring back the charrettes. They also have the ember imps. Sometimes they arise the mothers. This also has some really neat tricks where if they have like reverse time, phase shift arise in their first hand, they could reverse time, put everything in their discard, phase shift arise, bring back all their logos. And then Shadows has a lot of steel. The double Ember Imps, I definitely have to be careful. Okay, we have a double brick nasty start, which is kind of cool. We have Killigog's Trench. We have Corrode. We have a 2/2/2 starting hand. Interesting. I do like the brick nasties. Killigog Trench I almost always discard, but having the Corrode early could be good. Although if they don't get Lash until late, it might not be. I kind of feel like this is a mulligan again. We also kind of want to... Let's see, I guess we're not too worried about an Ember Imp with a 2/2/2 hand because we can only play 2 cards. They might start with Mother. Be nice if we could start with Crystal Hive. They do have a lot of artifact control though. We have to watch out for the Poltergeist Crystal Hive play. That could be backbreaking if they get that at the right time. Yeah, I think we got to mulligan this. Wow, we mulligan into 5 Mars. I think that was the right decision. All right. Wow. So we'll start with the Beam Buckler and shoot it. We'll play out the Vatminder. The question is, do we hold... we made a token out of a Fathom Reaver. That's okay. We'll play out the Stim Rager. Rebel will come down here. Vatminder will fight off the Mother. We can't let that live. Oh, we made a token out of Harmala Tune, so that's good to know. We gotta destroy that. We'll reap here, and yeah, screw it. We're playing out the mix as well. Let's go big or go home. Oh, we got the Crystal Hive. It's a little bit late because they'll probably have a gateway before that. Poison Wave comes down. We'll go back into Mars. Crystal Hive will shoot the Umbra with the Beam Buckler and we'll reap a couple times. Now, will they survive one more turn here? They go Logos. I don't think they have much creature control in Logos, if anything, but they have Phase Shift. Oh, Neutron Shark. There goes a Crystal Hive. Dang. Oh, but they discard Lab Work. That's pretty good. So I think we go right back into Mars here. I think it's okay to go to 7. Time for Floxin. Okay, here comes the Dis. Ember Imp comes down. Shrek comes down. Oh, it begins. It begins. And Lash comes down. Okay. So how worried about the graft are we? I don't think we are. Stem Ranger fights here. We'll shoot Ember Imp. And we're going for it. Graft me. They go Logos. There's a graft. All right, they got it. And please don't phase shift. Okay, phase shift Arise. If they phase shift Gateway, that would have killed me. Oh, Neutron Shark will come down for the Mixo. Ouch. Oh, man. Okay, that's pretty good. Yep, they got the mix. They discard a Subtle Maul. And they got a Gateway. Okay. So I gave them a bunch of Ember. I'll take some away here in the Brobnar. Because I'm going to go Fire Spitter, Good Hammer. We'll do the Ragnarok prep now, I guess. We made it out of a scoop up, which isn't great. And then we'll put out the Rowdy Scald, and we'll capture onto that in turn. Okay, we did get a Brick Nasty. Oh, and a Mars Needs Ember. And a really nice Unfathomable turn here as well. Yeah, well, I mean, I gotta take some chances. Them having the graft in like the first third of their deck, you just gotta chance it. So they've been able to stick with it even though I had a really good start. So it might not be good for me. They might be able to claw back in here. We'll have to see. Luckily they got rid of one of their gateways. Okay, Shadows. Mac the Knife comes down and that's it? What are they doing here? What are they doing here? Their Arise is gone. Why would they only play one card? What cool things can they set up here? Maybe they have reverse time? Reverse timing into that's pretty good. Rise is gone. Maybe we do Abyssal Sight here then. Yeah, I kind of like Unfathomable here. So first we'll play out a Fathom Reaver. We make a Volca into a token. This token I think is going to kill the mother. We will Corrode and take out the Lash. We'll discard Kilogoggish Trench, and then we will Abyssal Sight for the Beam Buckler. Okay, they have Eater of the Dead, Poltergeist, Bait and Switch, Library of Babel, Relentless Whispers. They're trying to set up a good steal play, I guess. I think I'd take out the Relentless Whispers here. and inchurn. We got a Brick Nasty, a Heavy the Huge, which we might not want to play. We'll see. The Fathom Reaver here is nice, although they can Mac the Knife it now, which really sucks. But they go Shadows anyway. Okay. Okay, they just get to check. We can take them off a check in Mars. Is it worth it, though? I think I discard the Clone Home if I do, though. I don't think it's worth taking him off a check here. We're going to go Brobnar. And now we are going to play the Heavy the Huge. We'll play out Fire Spitter, we'll play out Brick Nasty, and we're going to fight Rowdy into that, then we'll fight Get Hammer into that. Oh, first we want to Reap with Fire Spitter. We'll fight Get Hammer into that, and then we'll Reap 5 more times. So I think that's worth giving them a key. Oh, we got the Befuddle. Oh, we might be able to get the check here in... I think we can close it out. Let's see, is both phase shifts gone? They might have a phase shift. They could phase shift into a steel. Oh no, even with Befuddle that doesn't work. Okay, yeah. So Befuddle them into Logos, Adult Swim, Kelpminder, and Reap. Alright, so that should do it then. They go Dis, but they can't play anything. They had their Charette, they had the Poltergeist, they had a Hand of Dis, they had Eater of the Dead. Alright. Alright, we got one back. We got one back. So we're still alive. We're still alive. We're still alive. So let's see. Let's do some math. All I need to do is win this last game. All I need to do is win this last game. And then I think I'm in diamond. But it's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be difficult. All right. So they have Griffith and Victor. Okay, let's get rid of those. So they have Griffith, which is super creature heavy, 21 creatures. They also have a Hawk, Axiom, Spartosaur, not a lot of creature control, but they do have some good stuff. Also, Ronnie Risk Hawks, which they can bring back with Chimera Eclipse. Quadricorder, which could be quite relevant. I think they'll probably go Griffith, although Calder with Eaton's Jar is a pretty good. Oh wait, I got rid of Calder. Vector with the Eaton's Jar is a pretty good counter. It's a pretty good counter to my Grim Reminders deck, but I think I still am gonna go with my Grim Reminders deck. We'll see. So let's take a look at my decks here. We have my Grim Reminders left. I think we're gonna go with it no matter what. They can, with the Eaton's Jar, they can take away my key abduction stuff, but I think even with that, it's still good. Now, if they play Griffith, all I have is Winds of Death. They could just go to town. So I would need to be playing a lot of creatures. I'd have to play it a lot differently probably than I normally do. And I'd have to worry about some of their key cost stuff. But I think it makes sense to go with Nicole here. Our other option is Principal. This one I think matches up a little, well, let's see. They do have Infernus and like a bunch of ways to get it back, so maybe it doesn't even match up good against Victor. It doesn't match up super great against Griffith because of the creature control. It still might be able to outrace it, but Griffith has a lot of Ember control, so I think we have to go Nicole here. We're doing it. We're doing it. Nicole hasn't let me down, but they have some tools where it can... Oh yeah, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. So we'll bring over Nicole and we'll see what they match up against. Should be exciting. I'm gonna rely on Grim Reminders to take me into Diamond. This deck is undefeated this season. Can it do it? Can it do it versus some pretty good options there for fevA1? Pretty good options. I had a pretty great start versus that last game. So I definitely had a pretty good draw there. I didn't have a good draw in the first game, so maybe in this third game, both of us will draw kind of middle of the pack. I don't know. We'll see. Whew, that's exciting. So let's see. Going back, I am now up to 12-8 with. So let's see. We can put them in. First one, I lost 1-3. Second one, I won 3-1. So I'm up to 12-8. So I need one more win, and then I will have the key difference if I win. So all I got to do is win. Win and in. And if I don't win, I don't deserve to be in. All right, that's exciting. Exciting. Some good old late night Keyforge. Hey Dynamite, do you know when you're playing against Christoph? All right, they picked. What did they pick? They did go with Griffith. Okay. So they can go big, big board. What else do they have? They have the hawk. The subtle maul is actually pretty interesting here. The two grays and the two Kirby's is actually pretty interesting as well. Okay, we have a starting hand of a Hypnotic Command, Brain Dart, Mars First, Void Prober. Don't really like it. We're gonna mulligan. Saturday most likely. All right. Oh, this one I like. Oh, Winds of Death to start. We'll see. We'll see about that. We'll start with Dr. X, which doesn't really mean anything because ooh, Iron Information Officer Gray is a great way for them to start. We do have a little bit too many discard pips here. They archive Ronnie wrist clocks, very nice. And they put a quadricorder on me. Okay, I'm actually happy that that's gone already. Okay, so we go Unfathomable. We're gonna go Tendrils from Behind and discard Thing from the Deep, and we're gonna actually put back Dr. X into our hand. And then we're gonna put Under Pressure on Information Officer Gray, and then discard Dr. X. And then we'll play the Germinator and put Tendrils from Beyond on the bottom of our deck and discard the Tentaclid. Okay, I like that. Ooh, we got our Omnipus. Perfect. Okay, with Omnipus, Holiday Festival, and Winds of Death, we're in business here. Okay, they play Ronnie, they Kaimor right away. Ooh, and double Skeleton Key right away. Okay, so we go Unfathomable here. We open the seal and discard the Brain Dart. We Omnipus to discard a bunch of stuff. We discarded our Key Abduction, our Boo, our Mamet. Okay. Oops. Okay, that's fine. Oh, but then we have 2 Holiday Festival. That's perfect. They stomp my Tentaclid. They play out Paraguardian and Reader Gallum. Okay. So we haven't got to our target yet, but that's okay. So we can discard 10 turns here or 10 cards here. Normally I don't play the Cursed Tomb. So we'll go Geistoid. Yeah, let's discard the Cursed Tomb here. Well, Holiday Festival. Okay, we discarded our target. That's good. Holiday Festival again. We are going to discard Snippy to take out Reader Gallum. Whoops, that was a mistake. Yeah, that's all right. And then we're going to Winds of Death. And Inchurn. All right, so now we have 16 in our archive. Oh, but we redrew everything. Ah, I went too far. I went too far. I should have held a card. Whoops. I screwed up already. Dang. That's all right. We'll still be okay. Plain sloppy. Plain sloppy. Okay, they go shadows. What are they going to do here? So they have Reader Gallum. Okay, Ronnie Risclox comes down. See, they don't have the Kymor anymore, so that's good. They could mug it, though. Oh, Yancey Gang comes down. Okay. Skeleton key to capture on the Yancey Gang and mug it. And do that again. Okay. So we'll go Mars here. We'll Brain Dart the Yancey Gang. Brain Dart the Yancey Gang. Abductomatic to discard the Thought Catcher. We'll Mars first here to fight the Yancey Gang. Go up to check at 8. Of course, we know that they have the Reader Gallum, so they can stop me. They do go Saurian. They do pull their archive. We got Winds of Death again. And we have our key abduction now. Okay, so we got to kill the Reader Gallum. Let's see, what do they have in their discard? They have 2 creatures that nobody cares, that I don't care about. Perfect. So we go Geistoid here. We'll not take our archive. We will Hallowed Eve Festival. Discard the Webster and Winds of Death and in turn. Okay, so now we should be able to probably get a key here and then key abduct, target, key abduct. Because their big key costs, Reader Gallum and Quadricorder are all gone already. So we don't even care what they do with their board here. All right, we forged the first key. Mars comes down. We will, we're gonna target here to take back the Hypnotic Command. Then we will key abduct, forge a key for free, and then we will target the key abduct and in turn. All right, Grim Reminders doing Grim Reminder stuff. They reap a few times with Star Alliance. They fight off the target. Kirby comes down. We will Mars and key abduct. All right, 3-0 frickin' Grim Reminders doing stupid Grim Reminder stuff, but I think that means we're back to Diamond! Woo! All right. Diamond, here we go! Yeah! Hopefully I did the math right. We'll see. It's not final until Slyzik says it's final, but we'll see. All right. Here we go. I don't think Griffith was going to handle 16 cards in the archive. Yeah. Agreed. So we're going to celebrate by opening an Awakenings deck. Yeah! if I can. Got to get out the knife. So that was crazy. I didn't save. Nicole wasn't banned or saved, and it still went crazy. uh, grim reminders, everybody. All right. Let me shuffle up. Oh, first we're going to start with the deck name. We have Anka Pantavi Desperado. Pretty cool Archon, I like it, in red. And we have Unfathomable Brobnar Geistoid. Nicole is too good. It's pretty good, but yeah, usually it's just banned. It's still not as good as like half of Vargas stacks. Okay, first house. Ooh, Brawling Grounds. That's pretty good. Omni for the remainder of the turn. Each time a creature is destroyed in a fight, its controller discards a random card from their hand. Okay, sorry. Still typing with the guys. We have Ornar Skullface. Assault. Scrap. Deal 3 damage to a creature. We have Blunderbore. That's pretty good. After fight, if you are haunted, your opponent loses 2 Ember. Otherwise, your opponent loses 1 Ember. Bet you saw that coming. We have Plummet. Discard your hand. Deal 1 damage to each creature for each card discarded this way. We have Berserker Slam. Deal 4 damage to a flank creature. If the damage destroys the creature, its controller loses 1 Ember. Nice. We have a Fling with the discard pip. Play, destroy a friendly creature. If you do, deal damage to an enemy creature equal to the destroyed creature's power with 3 damage splash. We have an Awakened Titan. Enhance 3 discard pips. Taunt. Awakened Titan cannot ready unless you are haunted. We have Fight to the End. Ooh, hopefully we get some Brick Nassies. Or, no, actually I was thinking of, this is good with Blunderbore. Play and choose a friendly creature. If you are haunted, that creature gains Skirmish. Ready and fight with that creature. We have Concussive Transfer. This one's super good. Play, deal 3 damage to a creature. Redistribute all damage on creatures among all creatures. We have Heavyweight Morik. Splash attack 2. Scrap, deal 2 damage to a friendly creature and 2 damage to an enemy creature. So we have a lot of big creatures with the Brawling Grounds. That's pretty good. We have a Thunderdale. While you're haunted, Thunderdale gains Splash attack 5. And last, Brobnar, we have Lifting Buddy. We're making those big guys even bigger. Play after fight after reap. Give Lifting Buddy 2+1 power counters. Give another friendly creature 2+1 power counters. Okay. Let's see. So, if we get a lot of big creatures out and they survive, and we have Brawling Grounds out, we could definitely do some damage to their hand. So that's pretty good. And with a Concussive Transfer, can just heal them all while wiping their board. All right. Next up, we have Geistoid, and we start with In Here Somewhere. That's always good. If you are haunted, archive 2 cards from your discard pile. Otherwise, discard the top 5 cards of your deck. Not focusing. Okay, there we go. Mamet's. Play Destroyed. Archive the top card of your discard pile. This is a really nice start to the Brobnar. We have a Phantasmal Visit. Play Stun and Exhaust a creature. If you are haunted, archive Phantasmal Visit. We have a Spontaneous Awakening. If your opponent is haunted, destroy an enemy artifact, cyborg creature, or robot creature. If you do, play that card as if it were in your hand. Attach Spontaneous Awakening to it as an upgrade with a text. This card belongs to House Geistoid. Oh, we have Winds of Death. Each player archives each creature from their discard pile. Destroy each creature. We have Island of Misfit Toys. This Geistoid is lit. Action. Return each Geistoid card from your discard pile to your hand. Purge Island of Misfit Toys. Ooh. We have a Dark Lamp. Each friendly creature with Ember on it gains elusive. Play, capture 1 Ember. We have an Energy Vampirism. A creature captures 1 Ember from its own side. For each Ember on that creature, deal 1 damage to a creature. We have the Grim Reaper. If you are haunted, the Grim Reaper enters play ready. After Reap, purge an enemy creature and a friendly creature. We have another Mamet. Beautiful. We have a Singing Scythe. While you are haunted, you may return Singing Scythe from the discard pile to your hand. This creature gains after Reap. If you are haunted, purge a card from a discard pile. And we have Harvest Skimmer with a discard pip. After Reap, discard the top card of your deck. If it is a creature, gain 1 Ember. So lots of archiving. The island is good, although no boo to set up the Winds of Death. And I mean, it's decent. It's pretty good. It doesn't have like a super crazy combo piece though. Obviously, the island is just 1 card combo piece. You can get out a bunch of Geistoid, but you can't do anything too crazy with the creatures that I got here. But you can probably set up like a really nice Brobnar board with all the archiving. And maybe we'll get like Bryozork in Unfathomable or something like that. That could be really good. But we start with Dirge of the Deep. Play, discard the bottom card of your opponent's deck. Exhaust each creature that shares a house with that card. And next up we have Nemo Leech. After Reap, if your opponent is haunted, steal 2 Ember, otherwise steal 1 Ember. We have a really nice creature control, Catch and Release with a discard pip, which kind of helps catch and release for you. Play, return each creature to its owner's hand. Each player discards random cards from their hand until they have 6 or fewer cards in hand. Gain 2 chains. Some nice disruption there. We have Skullmaster with a discard pip. After fight, after Reap, each player discards a random card from their hand. Scrap, exhaust an enemy creature. Lots of discard pips. We have an Echo Guardian, Taunt. While you're haunted, Echo Guardian gets +2 power and gains poison. We have an Effigy of Melorook. Really? Okay. After an enemy creature reaps, put an Awakening counter on Effigy of Melorook. If there are 6 or more Awakening counters on Effigy of Melorook, move it to a flank of your battle line as a creature with 100 power and 100 armor. Its text box is considered blank. We have a Weak Link. This creature gains while this creature is exhausted, your keys cost +6 Ember. We have an Echoing Death Knell. Deal 1 damage to an enemy to each creature. If 1 or more creatures are destroyed this way, repeat this effect. We have an Arcane Transmitter. Action. Discard the top 4 cards of any player's deck. Scrap. Shuffle your discard pile into your deck. This Unfathomable is not looking that good. We have another Arcane Transmitter. We have a Gate Watcher. Taunt. Destroyed. If your opponent is haunted, destroy each enemy flank creature. And last card of the deck, we have another Squall Master. Sad. Yeah, this Unfathomable is really unexciting. But the Geist Rate is pretty good. It could set up a really big Brobnar board. But if they wipe the board, then you can't really do anything. I guess he wins a death and then Mehmet to archive it. So if they wipe your board, you can just wins a death and bring it back. Squall. Yeah, but that is Anka Pantavi Desperado. All right. That is a stream. We should have another ABR match later this week. We are going to be playing Alliance Best of 3 versus Mr. Branchburg. So that should be interesting. And make sure you catch Dinobot hopefully on Saturday to see his match versus Kristoff. It might determine some more placing in the Gold Alpha division. It was a great season. We had a lot of great players, a lot of great matches. Yep, that's all for NKFL Season 23. We will await Sizok's final math, but I think that means I go to Diamond. We will see. All right. Thanks everybody for watching, and as always, forge responsibly. Hopefully you have a really good night or day wherever you're at. See you later, everyone.